if you were elected, would be prepared to meet with community leaders, and also, if you could, to make clear your position on each of the items of the Glasgow Won't Be Fooled community agenda at a later point. Would you be willing to do that?
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
The first part is easy, the second part's impossible. Yes to the first part, how we can answer all the others in
Oh, I don't mean to answer now. I mean in future to get you.
But meeting and listening is what we all have to do.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, precisely. Definitely.
Thank you.
Okay, that's an affirmative right along the line. The next question, please. Yes.
There are two things that I've heard tonight that you all sign up to on a kind of consensus model. One is regeneration. I haven't heard any articulation of an alternative vision for regeneration, given that the current vision of regeneration in this city, country, universe, whatever, is basically bankrupt and totally moribund and cannot be delivered. So I want to hear somebody articulate an alternative vision of what regeneration actually can be, that is not about multinational companies, is not about land sales to big property developers, is not about lining the pockets of those kinds of people, but is actually about local people and local areas. And the other thing that I've heard absolute consensus on, which I always hear consensus on, is the Commonwealth Games. And you all jumped immediately onto the bandwagon, and with all due respect to your question, which is a superb question, the Commonwealth Games is never going to be a platform where you're going to challenge anybody on anything to do with human rights abuses, nor is it to do with sport, nor is it to do with regeneration, nor is it to do with any of the public goods that are expected to come from this. There are two ways in which we could fix the budget deficit in this city. One, not implement the cuts, just period. Two, cancel the Commonwealth Games, or at the very least, cancel the opening and closing ceremonies, which will cost this city £14 million and could fund all of the things that we're all talking about.
Right, I don't think. Does anyone really want to comment on that? That is a clear.
Could I just ask the question? Did you actually say Commonwealth Games are not about sport? Could you?
The Commonwealth Games is about property development, but it's not widely known.
Say again, sorry?
The Commonwealth Games events generally are about property development.
Well, yes.
And elite sport.
They are also about sport.
Well, but it's
I've already said
it's a
there's
byline.
too much money being spent in the East End of Glasgow. Said that.
The East End of Glasgow needs an enormous amount of money
So
spent.
the question is that
Just
while
not in the
hotel
form of the
provides
Commonwealth
tiles and
Games.
soap, it's not about tiles and soap.
Yeah.
Tiles and soap.
May I? Are you permitting us to answer?
Yes,
or have we run out of time?
please
Simply want to say that I've clearly failed in articulating an alternative vision, but I did try to in the time that we had to say, no, not the materialist, the